guys, welcome back to my channel. So as promised in my last video, I want to start sharing more of my planning journey on this YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be planning from April 24th to April 30th, and I'm actually going to be doing a no Etsy kit and Etsy sticker spread, and I'm just going to be using the sticker books from the Me and My Big Ideas books at Hobby Lobby and Michaels. So I'm going to be using the book that comes with, they're like different spreads that come in different colors. And then I'm just showing you here all the full boxes and stickers that come in this spread. I've already ripped out my 2 sheets that I'm going to be using. And then I'm also going to be using this sticker pack from the Happy Planner. And these are just stickers that have rose gold foiling, this salmon color, and then also a seafoam green. And then I also have out my watercolor sticker book from the Me and My Big Ideas brand just in case I need it. These are going to be the washi tapes that I'm going to be using. One is geometric and the other is like a black and white damask print, and I think it's super pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and start my planning with that white and black damask print, with the white and black damask print, excuse me. And I'm just going to take my Chipotle gift card because it's a very thick and sturdy card to rip off of when it comes to washi tape. And I'm just going to lay 2 strips of washi tape down. So I first thought I wanted to do alternating washi with the damask on top and then the geometric on the bottom. But once I got that down, I didn't really like how it looked. It was like too busy with both of those patterns. So I just put down another strip of the black and white washi tape, and I think it looks very sleek and much cleaner that way. And it has more of a wow factor with 2 strips of that washi. So I'm just going to repeat that on the other side of my planner, laying down the washi tape. And it always takes me a minute to get the washi down. I guess because I'm new to planning, I'm just not that experienced with it. So here I'm just laying down those 2 strips as I did on the first half of my planner. And again, you may see my headphones in this video. I like to watch Plan With Me's as I'm planning my week out, and I have my headphones and my iPad here. But I'm going to go ahead and make a page flag for my planner using that same black and white washi tape. And I'm just cutting out the shape now and then laying it over the blue page flag that comes on the Erin Condren. And then I'm just going to cut it down so that it's to size on the paper. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I like to go ahead and plan out my entire week when I'm sitting down to do my planning, because if I go day by day or do one half at a time, I usually forget and never come back that second half. So right now I'm just going through all the different stickers that I have, trying to figure out what I want to put as my thankful thought box. I usually like to put a quote up there, so I did go ahead and put the have courage and be kind quote box up there at the top. And then I whited out over the page flag so I could put washi on top of that just to create some structure on my sidebar. And then I laid down an important header as well as just some lines paper. It's a lined paper sticker. And I'm just cutting down my washi so that it flows seamlessly with this straight razor and my Chipotle gift card. And so I'm going to pull this lined sticker back up so that I can put the washi underneath it. And again, just have some structure in my sidebar, separating things so they're not all just running together. And I'm going to put down this really nice and neutral full box. It's a white and gray feather full box. And I thought that it would be good because there's lots of golds and blacks and greens going on. So I want something just to kind of cleanse the palette and not make it too busy. And again, I'm going to put the washi up underneath that full box at the very bottom. And then I'm going to look through my sticker pack to see what sticker I want to put at the very bottom to complete my sidebar. And I'm just showing you guys like all the different stickers that come in this pack. I love it so much. It's so pretty, especially with all the foiling and just the different colors and watercolor. So I'm going to white out these lines down here just because I decided on a circular sticker and I don't want any lines peeking through. So I'm going to take that off my coil and lay that down. And then I'm also going to pull up a circle sticker from my Happy Planner sheets. And I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it here, but I'm just going to sit it in the middle. And that says make today amazing. And the one at the bottom says enjoy the moment. And I really like that. So I'm just going to put a star next to make today amazing because I really want to remember that throughout the week. So now moving on to the weekdays, I'm going to go ahead and put an important header down for Monday, and then I'm going to cut down this checklist because I don't need that many. So I'm just going to put the leftover checklist on my coil and then put down this 3-part checklist. And then I'm just going to write in a few things that I need to do for Monday at work. And I'm going to also write down that I need to upload a YouTube video Monday. And then I'm going to take this really pretty seafoam green and gold foiled full box and write down hello today because it's Monday, and I always like to put a little extra something on Monday so that I can be motivated to get through the day. And here I made a little bit of a mistake. I whited out a gray header from the Erin Condren, and then I put a sticker down and pulled it up so the whiteout kind of got pulled up with that sticker. So now I'm just going to take this full box and cut out a section of it so I can layer it over that messed up header. And then I'm also going to use it as a background for a header that I'm going to put down to mark that section. And that header says remember. And I'm just going to put down that leftover checklist. I'm going to cut out the bottom so it's like a page flag shape. And even though you can't really see it from afar because it's white on white, but I still like adding that little bit of touch in my planner. So I'm going to put that actually on the right side just to get some dimension and some variety in Monday. And then I'm going to write down my 2 to-dos that I wanted to make sure I did at work as well on the planner, right on the paper. And then I'm going to take that geometric washi and just fill the box so that there isn't a lot of white space there. I wanted to keep Monday a little less full because I know it's always hard for me to get on track and get the week started. So now I'm just going back to my sidebar and I'm writing in some things that were very important that I knew I needed to complete for the week. And that was my Plan With Me video, ELP, which stands for Emerging Leaders Program. I need to finish some work for that. And then also a few other videos that I wanted to edit. And so now I'm moving on to Tuesday. My camera cut off, but all I did was put down a sticker that says the future depends on what you do today. And having the gray headers that naturally come in the Erin Condren doesn't really bother me that much. I actually sometimes like to incorporate it into my planning if it goes with the color scheme. And since there was gray in this color scheme, I wasn't super focused on making sure every single one of them didn't peek through. So as you can see, that header does peek through at the beginning of Tuesday. And then I just put down some more of that full box to make a background for the Rise and Shine header because I knew I was going to have to wake up super early and film my planner haul. And I'm so proud of myself that I actually did. I woke up early and filmed a haul before I went to work. And then I just wrote down some other things that were very important. And for an item that was super important, I wrote that on the gray header and also outlined it. Then I put down this you can do it box, or sorry, you can do it circle sticker. And I wrote in that I needed to edit my plan with me. And I always like to give myself extra motivation when I know something's going to be really hard for me to sit down and do. So I put some stickers there to make myself actually have the energy to do it. And so then moving on to Wednesday, I put down a header that says today, and then I just wrote in a bunch of to-do items that I had to do that day, and I wrote it directly on the paper and made my own little checklist with the squares that I wrote next to all the items. And then I put down this really, really pretty geometric gold foiled full box, and I whited out that gray header beneath it and put a little heart sticker on the part that my whiteout skipped over. And then I put down a get this done sticker and wrote down cut down straight video because I wanted to get to work on editing my video when I got my hair straightened. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do this, but hopefully that video will be coming very, very soon for you guys. So I put down 2 stickers to make myself do it, and then I didn't even do it. And then I'm also just putting a heart on Tuesday because that was my birthday and I wanted to have a way to mark that. And there weren't any happy birthday stickers in my sticker books. So now I'm just moving on to Thursday and I'm writing down this take it one day at a time sticker. I love this sticker. And then I'm going to take this goals header and I'm just showing you how it lays over the geometric washi. And I'm just going to lay this washi tape down to make a background for the goals header. And I'm ripping it up using my little gift card here and then putting the goals header down. And then I'm just going to write down some things that I wanted to get done for Thursday. And I really like taking the line stickers and just making my own checklist with that. And so after work, I was going to be going out to a dinner with some of my coworkers. And so I wrote that I was going to have a late night because I knew I wasn't going to be going home right after work was over. And then I just wrote in dinner and a really nice font. I used to write like this all the time, like in high school, and then I haven't since, but now that I'm getting back into my planning, I'm starting to write like that again. So excuse me, I'm just putting down a full box for Friday, and on that full box I wrote, whatever you do, do it with all your heart. And I think that is like one of my core values as a person. Like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to give it my all. And then after that, I put down a my life header, and then I just wrote down a bunch of to-dos that I wanted to do outside of work. And I left a lot of those check items blank because I wasn't exactly sure everything that I needed to do, and so I wanted to give myself the opportunity to write it in. And then here I'm just getting ready to put down my weekend banner. So I'm putting down the black washi again, double strips of that. And then I'm going to take this really pretty seafoam green weekend banner and put it on top of the washi. And I kind of had it off centered, so I fixed that. And then as I'm planning the weekend, I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit just to see what works best for the format of my planner. So I'm taking this green and white full box, and I'm going to write, or I'm going to lay this really pretty follow your dream sticker on top of that. And then as you can see for Friday, I put down a find joy in today quote sticker. And then for Sunday, I'm putting down a heart and soul banner. For Saturday, I'm going to put a goals header on top of that last box. And then I'm going to put in a gold square checklist. And then I'm just going to put a seafoam green heart checklist for Sunday and a rise and shine sticker on top of that because I knew I was going to be waking up early. And then I'm just going to be writing in some things that I wanted to get done. And as you can see, with me planning back and forth between Saturday and Sunday, I was able to make sure that I wasn't duplicating the same format on each day so that there was some variety in my planner. So I'm just writing down some to-do items around the house, as well as I wanted to film myself doing the KL polish swatches. And then I'm just moving the page over so that I can write on Sunday without hanging off the side of my planner. And for Sunday, I had a lot of video stuff to do as well. And then also errands. Of course, you have to get groceries on Sunday, and I wanted to make sure that I got to edit and voice over a few videos. And then, of course, I had my Emerging Leaders Program um, activities that I had to finish. So I'm just writing an arrow next to that because that was my absolute last day that I could do it. And I'm putting a sticker next to film because I really wanted to make sure I had time for that. And I'm also putting a sticker next to the ELP item because that was really important. But here is my spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like using no Etsy stickers and kits because I feel like you can be a lot more creative and the format comes out a lot better if you're planning with white space. So I'm just showing you here that I actually didn't even use my watercolor stickers, and then also what I had left over from my 2 sheets. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.